What's going on, 2B? Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents. Don't mind my headgear, man. I just hopped out of the shower, and then all of a sudden I freaking was like, oh, I need to go make this video real quick before it's too late. So I'm out here slaving after I just showered and getting all yucky and sweaty and stuff. I'm probably gonna have to shower again because I never get these takes right on the first go around, or not in a timely fashion. So the numbers that the car put down: 1,027 over 1,009 torque. I'll put up the little picture right here that he sent me. If you guys follow the Instagram, you've already seen that. So this video is for all the people who don't follow the Instagram. And I told you, if you want to see stuff early, it's probably going to be on Instagram first, just because that's where I get the information from. That's where we've been contacting each other or through social media, not through Instagram. Contact with the shop through social media, so Facebook, Messenger, stuff like that. That is the primary source of contact, but it's the only way I can message them when I'm at work and stuff like that. So that's how, you know, they have any questions for me, if I have any questions for them, it's usually through Messenger, because that's the easiest way to go about it. Because I can't have my phone with me at work. There goes that. So, like I said, 1,027 wheel horsepower, 1,009 foot-pounds of torque, and yeah, man, I called 950 because I didn't want to be disappointed. So once we cracked that 4-digit barrier, I was pretty ecstatic about that. But there still was a couple of, well, one guy, I only saw one guy. One guy on Tim's page actually that was like, that's pretty unimpressive, yada yada yada. And when I was like, that what? Like, what do you? One, I don't know what you expect. Like, obviously that setup is good for way more than that. Now, if you make more than that, obviously you're on the ragged edge of, you know, something breaking really fast, really soon. So 1,027, which should be safe and reliable at 21 pounds. That's what I asked for. So it should be 21 pounds for those of you who are going to ask that. I've already got that question a couple times. How many pounds boost? So we should be looking at right around 21, but obviously we won't be running it at that level the entire time. It was going to be just like my last car, where 90% of those races and track days and stuff you saw in that last car, my last Hellcat, that was on the lower tune, the street tune, which made about 860. The car was capable of 925, but I kept it on that lower tune just because, you know, why? I'm out here just having fun on the street, and if you saw from those videos, it beat pretty much everything it lined up against. Like, there was no one. The only person who even came close to touching me was David, after he finally put a pulley and went E85 on his GT500. When he was just pulley alone, or just E85 alone, it wasn't much of a difference. But after he threw that pulley up there, it was a different animal, and we were pretty much neck and neck. And the draggy time showed that 623 for him, and 624 I believe was his best, and a 623 was my best. So that last race that we had, that was the last race I had in the car, and it was neck and neck. So, but that was on the lower street tune, and like I said, he was the only person to even come close to that. And I still had another tune above that I never really got to try out. The one time that I was supposed to try it out, the guys flaked on me, so I never really got to try that other tune out. But hopefully that's different this time around. I don't plan on getting rid of this car anytime soon, so hopefully we do get to try out that 1,000 wheel horsepower tune. So I can finally say that I'm part of the 1,000 wheel club. And I know some of the people, oh, that could be because, you know, it's an STD and not SAE rating, or dyno, yada yada yada. Like, I know guys, I'm aware of how dynos work. It's a tuning tool. I know dyno numbers aren't the end all be all of the world. I've seen plenty of guys out here make 900, like I said in my last video. You make 900 wheel, and then you go out here and crack a fucking 10.9 or some shit like that. You know, I'm aware of that. I don't, while flexing 1,000 horsepower, 1,000 wheel, and 4 digits on the gram, on social media is cool and all, I don't care. I care about track times. I've set my goal. My goal was never to break 4 digits. That was never my goal. My goal has been low 9s, high 8s. That has been the goal. Ask anyone that I've talked to where this build is supposed to go. Reach out to Tim. Ask him what the hell I said I wanted. I wanted a low 9-second capable car. 1,000 wheel better be enough to fucking do it. So now it's pretty much up to me. So I have to take what he's done, what he's given me, and I have to make the most of it. Like, if you can't crack a freaking low 9/high 8 with 1,000 wheel, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Either you're not making the power you're making, which, like I said, dyno numbers aren't the end all be all. It could very well be, you know, a little under that. If I bring it back here and throw it on someone's dyno here, it could be a little under that. So all I care about is going out there to the track and putting down a good time. 60 to 130, that's another goal of mine. So we have to be within that 4-second range if I want to even think about getting, you know, that low 9/high 8-second pass. High 8s, might be out there for me, but when I plugged in my numbers and stuff on the ET calculators online, those you got to take with a grain of salt because they're not the most accurate. They ask for your weight, and how much power you make. And then it said I was going to run a 9.8. If I'm running 9.8s with 1,000 wheel horsepower, I'm throwing the whole car away. Just if I get off the line and I don't spin and still crack a 9.8, because that's the only reason. That's the only reason I should be running a freaking 9.8 with 1,000 wheel. That just makes no sense. Because, and the reason I say you have to take it with a grain of salt, because I was literally watching a video of the Lucid versus the Demon 17. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen that over on Drag Times. And that Lucid was doing what? 9.0. The Lucid weighs how much? Over 5,000 pounds. I want to say 52 to 55. I can't remember what it was, but we're going to say somewhere in between there. So I measured it at the low end. I put 5,200 at 1,234 horsepower, I believe what the Lucid has. Feel free to fact check me if you guys want, but I know it makes over 1,000 horsepower. Now, what that is to the wheels, I don't know, but it has the option for crank or wheel horsepower. So I just plugged it into crank horsepower, and it had the Lucid at 9.8. I'm like, well, I'm literally watching it do a fucking 9.0, so I don't think that's very accurate. Now, 9.8 to a 9.0 is freaking massive. So the fact that the ET calculator online was telling me that a Lucid is capable of is good for 9.8, I think something's a little off. So I don't think I should be, you know, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. So it's telling me that I would be 9.8, 9.7 capable, depending on, you know, how much weight I pull out of the car. As you see, I've already showed we do have the Kirky, so we will be using that when we go to the track. I'm gonna try to get it as light as possible because I want my best chance of meeting my goal. If I walk out of there anything 9.3 and lower, I'm gonna be happy. 9.3 and lower, that's bottom nines to me, or maybe low nines to you guys. What do you consider bottom nines? Bottom nines to me is like 9.1, 9.0. So we'll say 9.1 and 9.0, but I'll be more than happy if I see a 9.3 and lower. So it might not be that 8-second pass just because I know the area I'm at. Famoso Bakersfield is our best track around this area, so it's going to be my best bet to get there, and sometime probably closer to the winter time. So I think they might have another test and tune day, but unfortunately their test and tune days are pretty expensive. So but that just means I get better track prep because I don't have, you know, street cars out there with street tires tearing up all the prep. So it will be more expensive, but it might be worth it if I can get out there, not break anything with all this new power, and safely reach my goals. If I do that, I'm done racing. It's that simple. And then we're primarily going to stick to, you know, racing out at Willow for no prep, which that might not go so well either because now we have way more power. It was a struggle getting, you know, the stock car off of the freaking line, getting off of the line in second gear, and, you know, still spinning the wheels sometimes, even on the Mickey Stickies, still spinning the wheels sometimes. So it's going to be a struggle with another freaking almost 300 wheel more horsepower. So it's going to be rough, but we're going to make it happen, Captain. All right. So like I said, that should be it. The car should be here, hopefully next week. After he went street tuning, one of the O2 sensors flagged or whatever, it threw a code for one of the O2 sensors. So that part was supposed to come in this week. So we're replacing one of the O2 sensors, or replacing that O2 sensor, make sure everything's buttoned up, make sure everything's nice and good to go, and then the truck should be there first thing or sometime next week. I don't want to say first thing because I don't know. I just asked for the week of the 17th. So to give them enough time to finish wrapping the car up, I made sure, like, hey, is that enough time for you guys? I don't want to, you know, put a rush on you or anything like that. I don't want to be the pushy customer. Hey, where's my car? You done yet? You done? Like I said, I want to give you enough time. So I asked them, say, hey, is that enough time for you guys? I don't want to push you or anything like that. And then he was like, yep, should be more than enough time. We'll be well ahead of schedule by that time, and you should have your car ready well in advance of the 17th. I was like, okay, cool. So I went back, same company, Scott's Auto Carrier. I'll plug them down below again if you guys are interested in getting your car shipped. So same company again. They've already reached out to make sure everything was good to go. I've already paid them everything they need, and now we're just waiting on the car to get picked up. That's it. So the sensor to get put in and the car to get picked up. That's it. So the week of the 17th, that car should be moving back out here. Now, when it's gonna arrive, that I don't know. You can run into traffic, you can run into, you know, natural disasters, you run into natural weather, anything can happen out there on the road. So I don't want to put a date on when the car's going to be here, but the week of the 17th is when it's supposed to be picked up. So hopefully sometime next week, and that'll be perfect because we got a nice long weekend coming up that week as well. So hopefully it shows up in time because we got a nice long weekend and it'll be perfect, and I can get out here, start enjoying the car, start making content with it again, and hopefully I'll see you guys then, man. So probably won't be any more updates unless something crazy happens, like, oh no, my car, something crazy happened. So probably won't be more updates until the car is coming off of that trailer, and that should be the next video you guys see. So like I said, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you guys get notification when these videos go up, because I'm pretty sure you want to see what's coming up next, man. And I do plan on getting out here and testing this thing out and seeing what all it's capable of. 0 to 60, 60 to 130, seeing if we can beat all of our stock times and everything like that. It's all about the numbers and all about the data, baby. That's all I care about. So, like I said, that's all I got for you guys, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace.